welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be using some of the items from my monthly makeup basket. If you missed that video, I have like an acrylic makeup drawer on top of my vanity, and I like to keep new products in there, things I'm constantly using, things I want to make use of, so I figured why not do a full face of items from my monthly makeup basket. Primarily things that are new or I don't have a lot of experience with, like I have the Smashbox tinted primer, I'm trying to figure out my proper shade. So I will have my monthly makeup basket linked down below, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to kick it off quickly with this lip balm that I thought I bought as I thought it was a cheek stick. This is the Plumping Serum Lip Balm from Hard Candy. Is Hard Candy? No, it's NYC that's not available in the US anymore. It's still in Canada. This feels really nice. It's really light color, but it feels like it's just gonna not last on my lips. I don't like to say that something feels cheap because cheap doesn't mean bad, but you know what I mean. It feels like kids' makeup a little bit. I'm gonna prime my face because I'm gonna go outside later. This is the Fenty Matte Primer. It has been 40 million degrees in Toronto. It's been, I think, like generally in the daytime it's around 30 Celsius, and then, but the problem is with the Humidex it feels like 40. I believe that's in the 90s for American folk. But yeah, so then we've had a couple of thunderstorms and now it's starting to just be like hot. Because before it was like I couldn't wear, like I didn't know what to wear for clothing. And with my body type I feel like tighter clothes looks better. And like crop tops showing like, just like I'm always wearing a crop top showing like this part of my waist and whatever, like that's what I find flattering on my body type. You can wear whatever you want. But anyways, I just don't wear a lot of loose clothing, but I never noticed like how freaking hot it gets in Toronto. And I was like, I need to start buying some like freaking literal sacks to wear because it's too damn hot. Okay, I'm going to use the Smashbox Tinted Halo, or Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. This is in the shade Tan. And I can't remember what I used in my review of this, but the shade was a little bit too dark. I think I used like Tan Dark perhaps. This is just tan, but also I'm probably more tanned than I was when I did that review. But I think this is going to be, it's definitely better. You can see it's still warm, but looks good. I really liked the formula of this. I just didn't have a great shade, so this looks really nice and light. I'm loving all the tinted moisturizers. So here for it. But when it's like 40 degrees, I'm going out for a walk. I'm not putting anything on my face because there's no, unless I'm testing something out. I think that's just unnecessary. I love makeup, but I don't love makeup in the way that I'm like, I need to wear it every day. I love using makeup when I want to wear it. When you don't want to wear makeup and you have to put it on, that's when it's torture. And in a weird way, I kind of miss taking it off at night, and in another way, I really love not having to take it off at night. Something ceremonial about removing it, but then there's also something enjoyable about being like, oh, I don't have to work hard. I'm using a brush today, mostly because I just didn't wet a sponge, but I love the way this looks. It looks so natural, super lightweight. I think it has an SPF of 25. I would say it has less coverage than the NARS. But looks really, really beautiful. Then on my under eyes, I'm going to use this from Clinique. This is the Even Better All Over Concealer and Eraser. This is in C90 Sand. I think this will be a good, amount of coverage for a tinted moisturizer because it doesn't have like a ton. And then on my cheeks, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Puff Paint. Actually, you know what? I should do concealer first. Playing with fire here. I haven't used that blush before. But let me know, what are you guys thinking of like makeup lately? Honestly, I am out of the loop and kind of purposefully. Let me know if you enjoy this approach. Like I want to be in the loop of like what's new and stuff, but I really want to take the approach more so of a little bit more organically consuming my own beauty content. Because sometimes I try and stay up and watch everybody's reviews and things like that. But I'm kind of enjoying really, as much as I can be given my circumstance, be a consumer. So I'm like, what am I seeing? What's exciting to me? What am I grabbing for? And then you also weighing in and telling me what you want to hear about from me. Because, I don't know, I feel like, I know, put all my brushes. I do have oddly long arms in my opinion, but I've placed my brushes far too far away. There's actually pictures of me, if I can find it, I'll put it up. I saw it when I was in Newfoundland. It's a picture of me as like a preteen. I got tall pretty quick. I was taller than all the boys for a while. But there's a picture of me on the beach as like a preteen, and my god, my wingspan. She's got long arms. I grew into them though. Kind of. I hope so. Who knows? Okay, anyways. Enough about my arms. Actually, and you know what? I didn't really mean to do this. This is kind of past programming to put my blush here. But normally, more recently, I've been putting my blush up here, which looks better in person. I don't love it as much for filming though. Like, I like the way it makes my face look. I'm always trying to, like, you know, I've got a bit of a round head. So, or I think I do anyways. My family, like, we've got some round heads, big cheeks. So yeah, so I just like to put the blush, I place it back here a little bit more than on the fronts of my cheeks. And yeah, it gives you a little bit more angular, but then when you're filming, you can't see it as much. But this color is really pretty. It's in the shade 1018. I don't know what like their official name is for it. It looks really deep, but again, it's kind of blood colored. And not to be talking about blood, but when we're thinking about blush and cheeking, like your cheeks, cheeking and flushing, that's blood rushing to the skin, is it not? So I really like this color. I think it was 28 or something like that. Not a super high price tag for good old Natasha, my girl Nat. To powder my under eyes, I'm going to use the Glossier Powder in G8, G10. And I love this. I used this in my recent Glossier review. I love it for my under eyes. I love it for my face. But I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks powder on my face today. I need to see what I have from her and then maybe pick up a couple of more things to do a video. But I have her Evolution powder. This is in the shade 3. Oh, I haven't even used this. I think I was maybe going to return it because the shade looked a little bit orange, but let's see. Why don't I use it on the day where my foundation already feels orange? Also, if you are in the GTA and know a great real estate agent, send me a DM on Instagram. I'm not going to say any more than that. The market in Toronto's nuts! So, I won't put anything out into the universe yet, but... Okay, let me powder with the Danessa Myricks powder. This foundation and everything coming together is looking good. Let me get up close. Can I ever put a bobby pin in the back of my hair? Like, I have a YouTube channel. It's fine. I'm also never wearing pants, by the way. Okay, this is looking great. Very happy. This is a little bit messy, but so far looks really good. My skin still has like a nice skin-like finish to it. Then for bronzer, what did I grab? I think I have a Gucci. Gucci. I'm addicted to my Gucci bronzer. My strange addiction, Gucci bronzers. Okay, here's a good question. If there was my strange addiction for makeup, I'm going to ask this on my Instagram too. What would your product be? You comment and tell me what you think mine is, because it isn't actually Gucci bronzer like I just said. I'll tell you in a minute, because I'm actually not going to use it in this video, ironically. And let me use a bit of a different brush for my bronzer. Let me just bouge it up for a second with this NARS. Let me take NARS and make it not bougie. But yeah, this is such a good bronzer. Shade 4, there's a shade deeper if you have deeper skin than I do. And this has quite a bit of depth to it as well. So even if you're darker than me, you can still probably get away with shade 4. I only need to use it lightly. And I love that you can still see this blush through the powder. Everything's still showing through really nicely. And I didn't grab a highlight because I have a blush that I figured would be able to do both. This is the Hard Candy it's in the shade, oh no, what is, it's a silk blush. I think it's in the shade Just Glow, and it's a Gush blush. I don't love the name. Gush Blush from NARS. Okay, let me use this. I have a video about my favorite blushes that make great highlighters as well, and I think, yeah, this is one of them. This Gush Blush, let me tell you, in Just Glow, or this Just Glow in Gush Blush is really nice. Can you hear Rue snoring? Actually, I'm going to set my face now. I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow. Wait a second. I'm not going to report back on this today, but know that this is going to be the beginning process of another video, okay? Because I just thought about it. I have Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow. I have Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte. I have Urban Decay De-Slick. Do I have All Nighter Regular? Okay, so I don't have the regular All Nighter, but I'm going to get it and I'll do a video. But right now, I'm going to just test these two side by side for my own review today, and then I'll be able to report back, and I'll show you in my further review. Am I making sense here? What I'm saying is that I eventually want to do a video comparing the Urban Decay sprays, but to do that, I need to start testing it before I can give you my full review. So I'll show you a wear test and stuff like that in that video, but today is just me being like, oh, that's a good idea, and I'm not wearing makeup every day, so I should start that today. Okay, so this is the Ultra Matte. Like, don't count the sprays or anything. This is not, it's not a science lab. We're in my den. Okay, and then this is Ultra Glow. It's easy to spray. Oh my god, my left hand, that makes it hard. Laneige sent me this fan a while ago, and I thought it was kind of like, oh, like it's like, you know, it's beautiful, but let me tell you, it really does come in handy. But let's see if there's a difference between Ultra Matte and Ultra Glow. Matte Glow. I definitely feel a difference. When I'm putting the air over my face, the matte, I feel almost, it just feels like air. But when I do it on the glow side, it feels more like, I don't want to say like a menthol-y feeling, but it feels cooler. I can see a difference between matte and glow. Interesting. And if I do have the ability to show you myself at the end of the day, I will. I just don't know. But you'll hear more about this in a later video. Okay, so what I was going to say my Strange Addiction makeup product would be that I can't give up is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. But today I'm going to use the Refi Brow Lamination. Milk has one out too, do they? Or somebody does. Kosas, I saw. I'm still trying to decide how I feel about this, and I also need to give the Anastasia Brow Freeze more of a chance too. But the only reason I haven't given it more of a chance is because it comes in that format, so therefore it's never going to be as good as Benefit, because it's not like in a gel. But also I've been getting my brows done by one of the Benefit by Brie. She's like one of the brow goddesses from Benefit, and they're getting thicker on the end, and they look good, Brie. You're killing it, Brie. For mascara, still fully obsessed with the, how many accents do I have today? With the Big Mood mascara. And it's so good. e.l.f. is absolutely killing all of their launches. And then for my lip, I had no choice but to break this out. I thought this was so pretty. It's in MAC Smash from MAC, Powder Kiss Liquid Lip Color. These are super pretty, and this red is just phenomenal. Smells like mini eggs. Not Eggies or any other off-brand, mini eggs. The one and only. Here is the finished look, a little more lopsided than normal, as one side is a little more matte than glowy. But as I mentioned, I will do a little bit more testing on the Urban Decay sprays and report back. but I gotta say I really love how this look came together. A lot of these products I had tried before, not necessarily together, and some are new, but like I said, Danessa Myricks, want to spend some more time on that. Let me know if you'd like a MAC Powder Kiss lip swatch video. I still have those. Urban Decay is on my mind. Right after this, I'm about to film a video about my current favorite moisturizers, so let me know what else you would like to see from me next, and as always, if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!